What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you another episode of Shady Pokes. This is actually episode number 3, and before we get started, if you can, please make sure you click that like button right below this video. Remember, if this video reaches 350 likes, I will keep 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say now. Today, I'm actually going to bring that like goal down to 300, because it is a Shady Pokes video. I don't know how many people are going to like this, but I've been getting asked a lot to do Mandibuzz, my set on Mandibuzz, so I'm going to go over it right now. My question is, for you guys in the comment section down below, let me know, are you interested in running a Mandibuzz? Because I think you should be, and if you think Mandibuzz is a waste of time, just tell me who do you think plays its role better. We're going to go over really quick. Most important part about your Mandibuzz, you got to pick a nickname for it. I don't even think mine is nickname, but you gotta pick a nickname. Mine's going to be Strong Chest. It's going to be Strong Chest because, well, in one of my videos I kind of mentioned how beautiful her chest was. So we're gonna go over really quick the more important things. We're gonna start right over here with the item Rocky Helmet. I run Rocky Helmet on my Mandibuzz because it puts in serious work. In case you haven't seen in my battles, I really do think that Rocky Helmet Mandibuzz is really good because you switch it in to take attacks and to basically be a wall and be an annoyer. And the Rocky Helmet is a way that Mandibuzz can dish out damage because it doesn't really run attacking type moves except for foul play. But we'll get to the moves in a second. So Rocky Helmet is the item of choice for me. You can also run Leftovers if you want to, but I like Rocky Helmet. Next, the ability, you're going to want Overcoat because Overcoat is very good, especially I run T-Tar a lot, and Overcoat negates weather damage and it negates powder, so like sleep powder, spore, stuff like that. It negates that, so it's really good if you have like if your opponent has like a Breloom out or anything that's gonna use sleep powder or spore. You can switch into Mandibuzz safely and then threaten it out, hopefully with either well, it depends on what set you run. So I guess you can really threaten it out, but you'll hopefully wall it. You don't want to switch into anything stupid, but technically if they have a Breloom out and you switch into your Mandibuzz, you're pretty safe at that point. I mean, they could do a neutral fighting type move to you, but you're gonna resist everything else. Their stab anyway. So we're going to go over the moves now. Definitely use Overcoat. Overcoat is definitely, you don't want to use Big Pecs, and you don't want to use Weak Armor. I don't think Weak Armor is worth it to me, but I guess it could be if you play around with Roost, but I've always used Overcoat, and that's what I'm going to stick with. By the way, FaceCam. But, okay, we're going to go into the moves now. We have Roost. Definitely what you want when you're running Rocky Helmet Roost. The best part about Mandibuzz is that it is able to dish out so much damage with Rocky Helmet because of Roost being able to recover right back up, and it's really awesome because Mandibuzz can take a lot of hits, and you'll see the EV spread when we get there, but it can take a lot of hits, definitely. In move slot number 2, you're going to want to run Foul Play because Mandibuzz, like I said, doesn't really invest in any sort of actual attack stat, at least this set doesn't. And Foul Play will be able to take advantage of opponents trying to set up on you, like Dragon Dance, Dragon Knight, any Sword Dancers, or anyone with high attack, or even like a Trevenant. Foul Play just about takes out a Trevenant, even my Trevenant. Just about takes it out when it comes from a Mandibuzz, depending on how invested your opponent's Trevenant is in the attack stat. The next move, you have a few, those Roost and Foul Play are definitely the 2 moves you want to run, in my opinion. And the next 2 moves are kind of, you know, you can play around with them, see what you want to do. I'm running Defog right now because my team needs some sort of entry hazard remover, and Defog works out pretty well for me. You could also consider running in its place, what would be the other move? Roost, Foul Play. Let's see. Let's play around. Let's look at some moves. Can you learn Whirlwind? You can learn Whirlwind. Whirlwind's a pretty good move. That's a good like an annoying move. If you already have hazard removers, if you already have a Rapid Spinner, you can run Whirlwind to piss your opponent off. But for me, I'm running Defog right now, and it seems to be working out pretty nicely. The next move slot, I left it blank at the start of this video because I want to talk to you guys. The standard thing you want to run is Toxic, which allows Mandibuzz to really hurt your opponent's physical Pokemons. Oh my gosh, it's really late. Hurt your opponent's physical Pokemon, and also Toxic them, being able to do a lot of residual damage while you just Roost off. You get a Toxic off, they get hurt by the Rocky Helmet, you Roost off, boom. And then you can hit them with a Foul Play. But definitely think that Toxic is a very good move option. Or right now, I'm testing out U-Turn. Obviously, you don't have a lot of attack. in Mandibuzz. You don't have U-turn for attack, you have it for switch initiative, because your Mandibuzz can come in mid-late match. Your Mandibuzz can come in, your opponent knows, oh, it's Rocky Helmet. If they brought in their Mega Kangaskhan, if you're playing on Battle Spot or not by any kind of Smogon rules, if they brought in the Mega Kangaskhan or any physical attacker, they're going to be like, oh, well, I don't really want to stay in on this Mandibuzz, take all that Rocky Helmet damage, let me switch out. So U-turn allows you to get that switch initiative. When your opponent switches out, you can go for U-turn. But U-turn is more of a, it definitely takes a little bit more prediction within the battle. Toxic is a much safer move to have on your Mandibuzz. You can easily put it to use. U-turn is a little bit more technical, so you can try them both out. They're both definitely good. I think they're good. I know a lot of people don't like U-turn on Mandibuzz. I think it's pretty good, in singles at least, not in doubles. But that's pretty much it. We're going to take, I just want to really quick just scroll through his moves here and see if there's anything else that maybe it might be interesting. Knockoff's an option just because it's stab and you're going to get rid of your opponent's item. So even if you're not heavily invested in attack, knockoff will still do some good damage, but you're going to want to change your nature, as you'll see when we get to that. If you're going to run knockoff, I would change your nature. I wouldn't run a bold nature. Let's see. I've seen people use Nasty Plot Mandibuzz. It has a lot of options, but I've been getting asked what my set is, so I wanted to make sure I show you my set. Tailwind is also a very good move. Taunt is a very good move to have on here. There's a lot of options for you to have. You guys can play around with the set, but like I said, you guys wanted to see what I'm currently running, and that is what I'm currently running right there. Let me just throw U-turn back in that spot. U-turn, good. All right, so now we're gonna go over the EV spread. Little bit unique, I think, what I decided to do with my Mandibuzz. Basically, HP is going to be maxed out 252. You want to have that bulk. It has a natural base HP of 110, so you want to take advantage of that. And then you can see its base defense is 105, which is pretty good. I decided to give it a positive defense nature, and I made it a bold nature because, like I said, I'm not running any attacking moves, however, except for U-turn. However, if you wanted to, you can give it a minus special attack nature, which if you're running U-turn you should, but my Mandibuzz in game currently, because I wasn't running U-turn initially, it has a bold nature, so I'm gonna keep it like that for now so it matches my in-game. And so that's the nature that I would run. I gave it 140 in defense, and then I decided to give it 116 in speed because 80 base speed was nothing to laugh at. When I saw that, I was like, you know, that's pretty good. I kind of like that. And then bringing it up to 115 with 116 investment, it lets it outspeed a lot of things that your opponent doesn't think it's going to outspeed. It definitely catches some people off guard. I've had matches where they've told me afterwards, I did not expect Mandibuzz to be that fast. Holy crap, that foul play took me out. Or you got that free roost off. I wasn't expecting that. It's just a lot of different things. I think the speed investment is necessary. I mean, you could always, if you don't need it to be fast, you can always dump it right into special defense, and then you're just like, you're secure, you're ready to go with your walling Mandibuzz. But I use it as a physical wall right now, and that is pretty much my set. Like I said, you're gonna want to use it to take any kind of spore. You don't have to worry about any weather, and then it's basically coming in on physical attackers. You get free roosts up. You get to do damage with Rocky Helmet. You can do foul plays if anyone's trying to set up on you. It's really great to take your Mandibuzz and to switch into something that's setting up, like switch into a Dragonite that just got that you know is going to go for a Dragonite, or you know your opponent's going to go for a Swords Dance, and they don't have a super effective move for you, so you know you can take one because Mandibuzz just has so much bulk that you could definitely take one, and you can get get some Rocky Helmet off. Hopefully roost up back to a point. You don't want to come in when you're going to take more than half, obviously, because that's a problem. So I usually like to use my Mandibuzz in turn with Trevenant, where I'll get Trevenant to burn something, a physical attacker, and then I'll have my Mandibuzz do the rest of the damage while Burn and Rocky Helmet take care of it. If Mandibuzz could learn Will-O-Wisp, it'd be over. It'd be over. But it can't. So that's going to be the end of the set. If you guys enjoyed, and I know you guys asked about this, so if you guys enjoyed and I was descriptive enough, make sure you leave that like rating. Let me know down below if this set piqued your interest in possibly running a Mandibuzz, and if not, check out some of my battles, and maybe that will pique your interest. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.